Welcome to Julie's very first game of Fantastic Battles. Now, I've played this game before, but a while back, so I'm extremely rusty. I really don't remember a lot of the rules. So we're learning this game together. So heads up, there's probably mistakes and movement and all this stuff. Fantastic Battles has very specific movement options for different units. Okay, so that's something I will probably mention later. And but other than that, enjoy the game. It was a lot of fun to play. We will get better as we practice this game more and more. So on Julie's left wing of the army, what do you have, Julie?
I have a company of men-at-arms.
And that's three companies.
Three companies of men-at-arms.
Mm-hmm.
There's my captain.
Uh-huh.
There. My shooters are up in front.
Uh-huh.
Back here's my rogue.
Uh-huh.
Then I have my mage lord.
Ah.
With her sprites.
A very tall mage lady.
Uh-huh. And there's my captain for these men of arms groups here.
Three companies.
Another three companies.
And that's one group in the game. Anything other than one company forms a group.
Then I've got my knight riders. I have two companies of those, my knights. My captain is here.
With the flag.
Then I've got my big giant tree monster.
Tree monster!
And my magic uterus user is attached to it.
Okay, magic user, and she's a fairy as well. Yes. So you have a nice combination of like humans and fairies, it seems.
Yeah.
All right, very cool, very cool. Well, now let's go to my orcs who will punish these humans and fairies. For my orcs, I have two companies of skellies and a necromancer attached to them. He is the mage. We have two companies of harpies, two companies of orc archers. There's a captain there close by. We have two companies of warriors. They're in column formation. Nearby, we have my mage lord. He can cast spells. And a nice orc, very regal, on his chariot. We have three companies of orc warriors. Bartholomew, the orc rogue. I don't think that's his name, but whatever. We have two companies here of wolf riders that make up my cavalry. Leadership is key in the game's Fantastic Battles. Leaders are either deployed separately or they are deployed attached to their companies. All actions are given to leaders who can then move or give orders to companies within their command range, whether they are attached or unattached. In this pitch battle scenario, there are two markers within ruined terrain. If a rogue touches base to base with one of these markers, a roll on the treasure table is triggered, and a reward could be had. So I'm going to be the attacker in this game. Julie's the defender. That's going to be important in combat to decide who goes first. But before we begin playing, we have to do mishaps. What happens to our deployment? Is our deployment going to change due to mishaps? Julie, you roll first. A 3. So your first mishap, according to the table, disease. Oh. So diseased. Do they have the reliable trait, so they get +1?
Okay.
And you don't have any characters attached, so that makes it a 4. 3 to 4, disease. The unit has been badly affected by sickness and suffers -1 resolve. Okay, let's give it to this unit right here. So -1, what is their resolve?
4.
So they now have 3, okay? And I think we're going to keep that for the whole group. We're not going to do every single company. We'll treat it as a group. We'll do that so we don't have so many markers. Julie's finished with her mishaps, and most of her a lot of her companies are diseased. Now again, we chose one company in the group to roll for to minimize all the markers. All right. So she chose this one is diseased. The sprites, one of them is diseased. This one here is enthusiastic. They move forward a base with. Diseased. Diseased.
I am just one big mess.
You are one big diseased mess.
Oh my goodness.
And the monster was late. So he actually got to the battlefield late and had to go back to the edge one base with. All right, that's Julie's mishaps. Now let's see me. I don't even know what to say. All right, these 3 companies here represent deserters. I got the desertion mishap. Now, all of my companies, yeah, pretty much, well, not all of them, but most of them are unreliable. So I get a -1 to my mishap. Most of your guys were reliable. So yeah, I only have 1 archer company left. These harpies were enthusiastic. One of the skellies deserted.
They said, peace out.
Peace out. We're out of here. We may be dead, but we're not stupid. And then we have this company, one of their guys deserted. These guys were enthusiastic, so they deploy forward. Now they're impetuous because they're out of its command range. And then we do have the guy with the flag is the captain. And so these guys were enthusiastic, so they move forward. By the way, your tree monster is impetuous.
Yes.
Because being late, he moved away from the magic user. So, yeah, so I have an impetuous unit, and so do you. And all my guys, all your guys are diseased. All of mine deserted. They're like, no, we rather party. So, I've had some orc deserters, 3 companies. That's not a very good start. But Julie has half her army diseased. So, hopefully, I can use that to my advantage. We'll see. But not a very good start for the orcs.
All right, so I feel pretty good about the way things are going to go. I was a little slow start, but yeah, I think my fairies got this. I think we're going to win.
I have a troll on standby, and Julie has another tree monster, which can come on the table with a summoning spell that our mage lords can cast. So we'll see. We'll see if I remember to bring them in.
Yeah.
Groups are a little more unwieldy than individual companies to move, but basically if you want to wheel a group, we don't really show this in our video, so I just want to add this to clarify a little bit. We did do a couple of things wrong while moving the units, but basically these guys move 2 base widths, right? So they can advance forward 2 base widths. If I want to wheel the group, I usually like to put my measuring stick here in one of the corners, the front corner, and I just turn the model. Easiest way to think about it is one base width is gonna give me 45 degrees, and then the second base width will give me more like 90 degrees. That's the way I interpret it, the way I look at it, and it works for me. So now that I've moved the 1 base width, I do have 1 base width left to move forward. You could never move more than your movement allowance in base width. So that's how I wield the company. So if I want to do a more pronounced turn, let's say I want to do 2 base widths. Here, there's my first turn. And then I just put it again here, and then kind of, And that was because of the way the angle was in the beginning. So then the company has now turned 2 base widths. They cannot move forward because all they can move is 2 base widths. So now they pretty much just wheeled. You can also about face and all that. You do have column movement, and columns have more wheeling abilities, so that they get more wheels per action, meaning that they can snake around terrain. So there are different groups, companies, and columns. They will move differently. There is no shooting phase, and Julie extracts a blue gem from the bag. This is an orc color. I give the order to the necromancer attached to a skeleton company. The necromancer orders his undead minions forward. Another orc gem is extracted from the bag. I give this one to an adjacent captain. Leaders like captains can order any company within 2 base widths. Given the order, an orc column moves forward, followed by movement of the captain himself, who is trying to keep in command range of his 2 companies. Finally, Julie extracts a green gem, and she gives attention to her right flank. The tree monster is impetuous and must be given the gem first. Also, the fairy magic user is not attached to any unit. Magic users have no command range. They have to be attached to a unit in order to command it. Same thing with rogues. And this is why the tree monster is impetuous.
Okay, so on my magic user's turn, instead of moving her, I chose to cast prophecy. So here are my prophecy dice.
Right, now you can use those dice to replace any die roll on my side. That's or right. Your side.
That's right, my favorite spell.
That is a great spell. All right, the turn is now over. These are the positions of the armies. Everyone's moving forward. There was no shooting that first turn, just moving. There was no melee, but I expect there to be melee this turn. I don't think there's going to be any shooting. We're not in range.
Not quite in range.
No. Not quite in range, so we're going to skip that phase and go straight to the action phase. Here is thy bag. Woo! Let's just see who goes first.
Who goes first?
This second turn.
Who goes first again?
Me and my deserted army. All right, let's go. Again, there are no companies in shooting range. Therefore, the gems being extracted so far have favored me, and we go straight to my activation. 2 companies move forward on the road. Their captain continues to stay in command range. Okay, diseased girl.
Does he get a +1 because he's reliable? That's only for...
That's for mishap. Oh, wait, yes. He is +1 reliable. He does get a +1.
Okay.
So you got a 3, so it's a 4. In your name, treat the unit as though it is within command range. It may make a controlled action.
Okay.
So he just moves as if the captain was with him.
Right.
Getting
Excellent.
Farther and farther from the wizard, but he's still impetuous. All right, so impetuous units always go first, no matter what. So there you have it, diseased girl. Your army is now moving.
Diseased girl.
Okay, and it's almost the end of turn 2. We're ending the action phase. We have a couple of melees going on. We're going to have to do these in the melee phase. So we have this one. Julie just caught me in column formation. That is not good. I should have changed their formation to line. That is not good. So I'm going to get some penalties there. And then we have another combat that just started between these two groups. And then we almost have a combat here. I did get a magic missile swung at my Wolf Riders, and they lost a little bit of resolve. That company on the far left there has lost resolve. And oh boy, oh boy. All right, now Bartholomew has reached the banner. So I get to roll on the treasure table. So let's roll on the treasure table and let's see what Bartholomew can steal. Page 24 is D12. So I'm just going to roll right here. I'll just report the result. It's a 5. Phoenix Bow of Precision. Phoenix Bow of Precision.
That's cool.
Or the Martyr's Ring of Retribution. I'm going to take the Phoenix Bow.
I would have taken the Martyr's Ring.
You would have taken, but it's Bartholomew.
But it's not.
So Bartholomew has stolen some treasure while everyone here is fighting. Good boy, Bartholomew. Calvin the Rogue is now moving on Julie's side. This was the last gem. I don't have any more troops to move. That was my impetuous gem. So we're now going to go into the melee phase, and we have another melee occurring right here at the very end of turn 2. So this will now be the melee phase as soon as Julie moves Calvin. Okay.
Little Cal.
Little Cal. All right, he is a rogue, and rogues have special abilities. They can attack other characters. They can eliminate enemy captains. They can also attack enemy warlords. They have a lot of little abilities, those little rogues. All right, melee phase. I'm the attacker, so I decide which melee we do, and I'm going to go here. Oh, no, I don't want to go there.
Okay, let's do it.
No, that's going to be a bad combat. Let's go here with the cavalry that just smashed into each other. Oh boy, oh boy. All right. So this is a frontal charge. I get +1 for the charge. Now, we have to look at this company by company. So first company here, there's 2 companies. First company, oh man, they only have 3 resolve. They have a melee of 4. +1 for the charge is 5. So that gives them 5 dice. Okay. There's an attached leader as well. So that is 7 dice altogether. Okay. That's 7 for that company. Now, what is your defense?
5+.
5+. I need 5s. Ooh. Now, they don't have the berserk value, so these 6s would have been double attacks.
Oh my god.
Okay, so 2 hits.
Okay.
2 resolve damage for you. Now, Julie's going to get a chance to counterattack, but we'll do that after. No, actually, we can do that now. It's after every company. So you can counterattack. So I got 2 hits on Julie. Oh, and I forgot to add Ferocious Charge. Oh, my God, no. Oh, you have Ferocious Charge as well.
So what does that do?
That's a +1 die.
Oh, so I have 8.
So you have 8 die. Holy crap. So 4s. So that's 3 resolve. What have you done? I only have 3 resolve on that company. So this company is 0, but we don't remove them yet. That's right. We wait until the end of the melee phase. So these guys are pretty much done. I'll put the 0 resolve. Everyone's saying we want orcs to win, not those pesky human fairy people. All right. So I need what? 5s?
You need 5s.
Got 1. Oh, no. Oh, on this one. Yeah, so they just 1, right? So they get 5. Oh, man. You don't have a captain.
Right.
Do you have Ferocious Charge?
I
You
do.
do. So you get 1 for that.
So it's 7.
Yeah.
So only 2.
2 resolve on the counterattack.
And I need a 4 marker. Unless I
Yeah,
can't
we're gonna get a 4 marker right now. All right, top of turn 2 melee phase, and now we are going to do this mess of a melee. All right, this middle company has 3 resolve. Now, you charged me, so you're getting the +1 this time. In the melee phase, a battle in the center flares up. Julie's men-at-arms have charged the orc group in my center. Here, my warlord is attached to the center company in an attempt to hold the force together. All right, so 4, and you need 5s.
I got a 5.
You got a hit?
Yes.
So I receive a hit in return. What is my resolve? They're 4, so they are down to 3. There we go, down to 3. All right. And the battle goes on. All right, we are done with turn 2, and here's the results for that combat. A lot of resolve loss. We have, my guys here have 2 resolve left. They're in column formation. And here we have the loss of this unit. Everybody, goodbye. See you next time.
Woo!
Woo! All right, so we continue with turn 3. In this particular game, ranged units have not been able to, well, get in range. But the melees have started to flare up all along the battle lines. The melee that started in the previous phase will continue after the action phase. What's left of my cavalry on the left flank is also engaged. With the action phase over, new melee action breaks out in the center, this time initiated by my orcs who charged into the fairies. I rolled a 6, which potentially triggers my berserk trait. But Julie has other plans. She cuts it short.
Nope, we're gonna change that first one.
What? Oh, no way. So I had a 6.
And now it's a 1.
And now it's a
And
1.
you don't get to roll it again. You don't get the next
No, that means so I don't
had
get
to.
my berserk hit, and basically I get no hits with this first combat because she used her prophecy dice. All right, I think this game is almost over. This is the end of turn 3. Now remember, turns are pretty long in this game because of the different phases. We've actually been playing for a while. But here's the situation. The melee, this guy only has 1 resolve left. All right, these fairies have 3. I wasn't able to hit them, so they're at full resolve. Now in this combat, this is a crazy mess. I had empower, but of course Julie changed my dice with her, prophecy spell. So 3 resolve, 1 resolve in the middle. So here's my warlord. I gotta be very careful. I may have to disengage. And then this is the resolve values for her. Now, she does lose a company. They're at 0 resolve. So now at the end of the melee phase, we remove all of the companies with 0 resolve. So that's going to add any company within 2 base widths is going to lose additional resolve. So they go down to 0. So they're out. Okay? Because they see their guys running, so they lose resolve. Nothing else happens there. All right, I'm in good shape there. Here, these guys had 0 resolve. They got whipped by the knights. Knights really whipped them, and now my entire left flank has fallen apart. And I don't know about these skellies. My mage actually left them. He just said, okay, go over there, see ya. Yeah, you're on your own, goodbye. And now he joined the harpies. He figured he'd just let them go. They're expendable. So, all right, but my whole left flank has just fallen, and I don't know, man. She could kill my warlord. If she does, game over. Or if I kill hers. Oh, and you have a summoning spell going.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you have 1 summoning point. She's going to bring her tree creature. So I got to get to it. And Bartholomew, I don't know what what he's doing, I don't know. He was going to sneak by and try to kill her captain. So we'll see how that goes. At this point in the game, we haven't had a lot of shooting. Our ranged units, ranges in this game are pretty short. They have to do whether a target is long or short range, and that's determined by base widths. And so you get certain dice, numbers of dice, depending on the range. But we haven't seen a lot of ranged attacks, you know. My concern is, though, that my harpies are getting very close to those gunners. And those gunners are elite. They're good shooters. So that is a concern of mine. We may see some shooting yet. And he is dead. There goes my mage at the end of the shooting phase. And that was due to the arquebusiers who fired on him and killed him, destroyed his resolve. Nope, 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 nope.
Pow! And he's gone.
And Julie casts prophecy yet again.
And 5 and a 6.
Oh,
okay.
it looks like these will benefit you.
Yeah.
Okay, a 6 and a 5, and you're going to save them. All right,
Yep.
all right. And this is the action phase of turn 4. All right, the melee phase for turn 4 has ended. What a phase. Now, Skellies have 2 resolve left. They're in combat with the unit that has the captain. And then the gunners and the archers are slugging it hand to hand. They're using their arquebus as clubs, and the archers unfortunately have 0 resolve. They're going to be removed. These guys have 0 resolve fighting against the fairies. Fairies only have a 4 resolve damage. They have 5 resolve, right? They have 5 resolve because they're elite.
Yes,
so
they do.
so those orcs are gone. So basically my center, the center of the army now, is falling. 0 resolve here for Julie. We remove that. And Julie's rogue, who was attached,
That sucks.
is destroyed.
Not happy about that.
Now, one important thing that we were doing wrong the last time was, in a case like this, they get support from these guys. But when they're all engaged like that, the way we had them, there wouldn't be any support because everybody's engaged. So that was a mistake that we corrected. So that's that. So we can see how the casualties have really thinned out. The center of my army, the center of Julie's army has also been thinned a little bit. But now we have Julie's cavalry who's coming around, and I really don't see hope for my warlord. They only have 1 resolve left. These guys are out. Okay, so look at that. That just wiped out. I lost 3 companies this turn, so it's not looking good for the orcs. So Bartholomew found a magic bow, a relic bow, fires at her lone captain, and rolls 2 1s at long range. Can't win that way. All right, this is game. We've been slugging it out for a while. There's a melee here. Those skellies are gonna be gone. And they are impetuous as well. Then we have an engagement here that's about to begin. Now, we haven't done the melee phase, but already look at this guy. This tree monster's headed straight for my warlord. That's like checkmate right there. And then that's the captain that got away from Bartholomew. And more importantly, we have this cavalry swinging around. And oh, are they scary. And then we have the monster over there. Julie has rerolled prophecy. You use your prophecy really well in this game. Prophecy really cost me a couple of combats there. So great game, Julie. Thanks for coming.
Yay!
Yay! And let's go a little bit to the post game, and then we're done. Thank
go
you.
Fairies. Let's go fairies.
Julie's new song. All right, all right. Well, there you have it,
Yeah.
folks. There you have it. We made a few mistakes there in the beginning with the combats.
We're learning.
We're learning. It was basically my first time in a long time playing that game and trying to teach myself and then teach Julie. And then, so we made mistakes, especially in this game. You have to be careful where your leaders are positioned, and you got to be careful. You're dealing company with company when it comes to, you know, when you have big groups. Wow.
What a game. It was good.
It was good. So how are you feeling,
I'm
Julie?
feeling great.
Good,
Yeah.
good. So this is the first time in quite a long time that Julie has played.
About 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yeah.
How does it feel to...
It feels so good to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels good to kill some orcs.
It does. I'm back. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Julie's back strong. Mistakes and all.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, folks. More of Fantastic Battles very soon. I'm going to keep practicing this game, get better at it, and bring you some more games in the future, okay? So, Julie, welcome back.
Thank you.
And thanks again. I'll talk to you in the next video, guys.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
See you next time with more two-player games.